The following episode of Spoilers for Days was released on the Great Mates Podcast on February 25th, 2019.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
Hello and welcome back to part 2 of our Sex Education Spoilercast as part of the larger Spoilers for Days mini-series we've got going. You're listening to Josh and Bin. If you're listening coming in from part 1, we're just going to continue on with episodes 5 to 8. Maybe do a little bit of predicting for season 2 of Sex Education. But if this is your first episode, unfortunately, I'm not going to do any big spiel in the beginning of this, so go listen to the previous episode.
So I burped into the mic.
Come on.
So I'm just saying smell the Vegemite because I had a Vegemite scroll. Anyway,
let's get into episode 5 of Sex Education, shall we?
Let's go.
Yes. Let's go. Okay, so this is like this half basically is the payoff for anything that we have that was set up in the previous seasons. And this like you get to start to look at the families.
Yeah.
Like especially for we obviously see Jean, who is Otis's mum. You get to see Eric's dad, but you don't get to see. And then you have Adam and Adam's family.
We see another person's dad, Otis's dad.
Oh,
actually,
yeah.
I think that's the only time we see him in the sea. I don't remember seeing him.
Not in this episode. It'll be 6.
Yeah, 6. I don't do. Is he in
7.
any other episode before that? I think we see him. His
only
pictures,
on the book.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's
But like, this is where you get to find out Maeve's family's, well, the family that she has, Jackson's family, which is never discussed. But then it's a very interesting dynamic, I guess.
I was wondering, like, it took me. I don't know why I questioned this, but I was like, so that means, like, when we saw his family, I was like, that means Jackson's technically adopted? No, he is adopted.
Not necessarily.
I mean, it's possible he could be a surrogate.
He's probably
donor.
Yeah,
a donor child.
I can't remember. I cannot remember off the top of my head if conception was discussed.
I don't think that it was.
But they did have something about like how they.
It's interesting.
It was very.
This show is actually. I fucking love this show. Like representation wise, like of just relationships in general and just how varied they can be.
Yeah.
I just love it. I love it. It's great. Like,
oh yeah,
man, like good job. Like 10 out of 10, guys. Honestly, it's amazing.
You get to see the good and the bad of a lot
any
of things,
relationship,
and this is of any relationship.
And
but
this is,
also in terms of like the queer sphere of this is the good and the bad. This episode is the bad. Oh boy. We'll get to it, and I'll say why. I'll justify my choice of words later. So basically, this episode is there's more time has passed. So Jackson and Maeve are now in a proper serious relationship. Yeah. But when Jackson invites Maeve home to meet his parents, the whole thing, it's like she had to create
I feel so bad for her. Like she had to she felt like she had to lie.
The story. Yeah. I think it's because
she's not proud of where she came from. That's the thing. She does not like where she came from.
And I think she has that fear that
she's gonna get shunned,
will be rejected if she says the truth. Hence why she had to fabricate the story.
She feels like Jackson might reject her, right? Yeah. Not just because obviously like the family will be like no.
No.
Especially man, I fucking what's his the blonde haired mum. What's her name?
God.
I can't fucking remember. I'm just gonna call her
blonde head.
I'm gonna call her the white parent. I
interrelational relationship.
I really do not like her. Like, she pisses me off beyond all belief. Like, especially like it seems all like when we were introduced to her and Jackson, like they're going on a run to, I don't remember which episode it was, but I think it was this. I think it's this episode. Mm-hmm. We're introduced to her, as they're like running to, school.
I think it could have been. I think it was the previous No, not the previous episode. Maybe the previous episode.
It was one of the.
But yeah, you do see. Okay, I pulled up the character names. Sophia is the athletic mum.
The white one, yeah. Okay.
Yes, and Roz is
the other one. Sorry. No, but yeah, man, I love Roz. She's like,
she's the chill parent.
I mean, everyone loves the chill parent. But no, like, so.
But she's the one with she's the one that is the sane person in the relationship, as it were.
The sane.
Yes, sane as in like, manageable expectations.
Yeah. Just.
Yeah.
She like Sophia just, and this is obviously something I feel like most like most immigrant kids in general will understand. Sometimes some people in our lives, in our families, whether it be your mother, father, granddad, grandma, auntie, uncle, doesn't matter who, sometimes they will set an insanely high bar for you to, hit, and it's. And I can see that happening with Sophia and Jackson. Like, Sophia is blatantly pushing Jackson and giving, like, setting all these high expectations for him to meet. And, like, and I think it's episode 7 we find out, like, Jackson doesn't even know if he likes doing all that stuff. And I'm just like,
and that
just fucks. Like, I was like, that's not right. That's not okay. Like, and he has this line. He has a line about, like, when he's like arguing with his mum. He's like,
it's not about me. It's about you.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like,
and he's directly referring to her.
Fuck, dude. I was like,
there's toxic parenting.
I do not like Sophia at all. I just don't. I just don't like her.
Yeah, fair enough. What else happens in episode 5?
You said that was the
this is the
bad episode. This is the sad.
This is the bad girl. This is also the girls be bitches episode.
Wait, what?
Because Olivia and Ruby.
Yeah, no.
And the vagina.
I was referring to the what happens to Eric.
We'll get to Eric, but let's go through the oh boy.
Oh my god, man. I don't even think do you even see the I can't remember if you actually see the picture of the vagina.
Oh, you do. I rewatched it today. You do.
Oh, okay. I must have not been paying attention. I didn't remember. Well, there you go. Okay.
Good lord.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, man. I don't know how I feel about. I mean, it's obviously dumb, like petty shit to do that, right? And like, man. I mean, to be fair, though, Ruby is an asshole, but at the same time, that doesn't justify leaking nudes at all. Especially, no, especially because she's underage. Like,
yeah, we enter into cyberbullying territory,
child pornography, straight up,
exploitation, blackmail.
Man, no, there was a thing that happened at my school with a couple of 14 to 16-year-olds where that happened, where like they were like sending around like nudes of girls in like from year 9 to year 11? No, year 9 to year 10, because I was in year 12 when that happened, and I was like, that's just dumb. It's just dumb shit. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I have this whole thing about like I understand if you want to take nudes, like, go ahead. But like, firstly, if you're under 18, please don't. But like, honestly, rethink what you're doing, because like, especially your age and like, I feel like I'm speaking
the life that
and
is
the life
ahead
that is
of you.
ahead of you, and just in general, like some of the kids that you'll, I don't know. It's also like it's on the parents to parent boys and parent, just people to be better in general. But like, just also don't send nudes. Like at least like I'm not saying forever. Like if that's like a thing that turns you on. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. Look, I'm just saying. If you're under 18,
the whole thing about
if you're under 18, right?
Yeah.
Like, just think about what you're doing.
Where are you?
Think about the laws that apply, and maybe don't do it if you're under 18.
Just don't be a.
If you're over 18, I mean that's your choice.
Even
like,
if you are over
do
18,
well, I mean, if you're over 18, no, but if you're over 18, you like at that point you're an adult, right? You have the, you're given the legal responsibility and the, you're given legal responsibility, right? So at that point, it would be more of like, just think about who you're sending it to, because that person might not be a great person, and they might be a dick, and they might blackmail you, and that's not fun. But that's not like, I'm not saying don't take nudes, because like, this is weird. This is a really weird conversation to be having right now. No, I'm not saying don't take nudes, because
in general, just don't be a dick.
Just, I get that's just There's another thing. Don't be a dick. if you're sent a nude, don't be a dick.
Don't be the penetrable orifice and send it around.
That person obviously trusts you a lot, to be sending you something that vulnerable. So don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, that's also it's also just really fucking dumb that she does it because she feels like she's stepped on.
She's wronged.
Yeah, and I'm like, have you been?
It is petty. It is very.
Have you
petty.
seen the way you treat Amy? Like, Jesus Christ!
Oh, good lord!
No, like, I love how it's like there's the hierarchy of the school and the untouchables are at the top, right? And then within the untouchables, there's a fucking hierarchy as well, where like it's like Amy, Olivia, Ruby, and then Anwar at the top, which is another thing. Like Anwar, like nothing really. He just calls the shots for the most part in that group. It's insane.
Anyway, obviously the other major arc is Eric and Otis in this episode.
Yes.
And you figure out where Otis's I guess priorities lie.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's where his priorities lie. It's more just
in the context of like his motivation.
Yeah, I guess in this case, I just think it's his naivete overcoming his, or not overcoming, overpowering his like priorities.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also the fact that Maeve really does push for him to come and help her because she doesn't want to be at the dinner with Jackson. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, I think this is one of those things, like the whole like storyline with Otis essentially ditching Eric for the Hedwig concert. It was like, it was a bit fucked, man. Like, especially because you're both going out in drag, and like I know that it shouldn't be this way, but it's an unfortunate reality of the world we live in, where people will be like that, and like, the show shows what happens to Eric at the end, where he's walking home from the bus. No, not even. No, he walked.
Yeah.
He walked home. He walks home the whole way, doesn't he?
From the bus
terminal?
terminal?
From the because remember he goes to the.
He goes into town.
His
but then
wallet
he doesn't go in. Oh yeah, his
phone
wallet
gets stolen,
and phone got stolen.
and then I don't know how he gets home.
On the way home.
On the way home, he's like walking back, and it's like a callback to an earlier scene where Eric is at the bus stop by himself, and he's in full drag too, and these guys come up and they're like, "Oh, it's your birthday!" Like it's like it gets played for in this like it gets portrayed where he feels very paranoid in that first scene, but then it turns out to be fine. But then in the second scene,
but then
it's really shitty. I actually cried when it happened. This is another episode where I cried. He's like walking back from the bus stop, and a car drives up behind them, and obviously these people think that it's a girl, right? Because it's got the wig and everything, and he ignores it. He keeps walking, and then they like drive in front, and they see it's Eric in drag, and they get out of the car, and one of them punches him in the not knocks him out, and not knocks him out, but I don't know what else. I think they spit on him as well.
I think remember.
So. Yeah, they do, and then then they drive off, and then Eric obviously finds a place where he can call Jean, I think, and then he goes to Otis's place. Yeah. One of the things, the shittiest thing, like the shittiest thing, is Otis, and this is why I really. It's the like only blemish on the wholesome relationship that they have. But like, I mean, I guess, but every relationship has turmoil, and the thing that like Otis really fucks up is that when he gets back and he sees Eric, I'm assuming that he still has a cut on his lip or something.
I think you can see that. Yeah,
Like
there's scratches on his face, and he's battered
up. You can see he's been hurt,
bad.
right? And Otis doesn't even Otis doesn't really even ask. You know, what's wrong? He just comes in. He's like, "Oh, I was with Maeve," and that's fucked up. Like, that's not the thing to be asking right now. That's not the atmosphere at all. I don't know. That's the like that, and I don't know if that's, if you want to chalk that up to Otis being naive, or if that's just, I don't know, man. That was like really fucked up.
I think how I read that is because Otis is trying to defend and justify why he wasn't able to go, and Otis didn't, like, he wasn't really focused on what was he didn't read the room, so he was still in this mindset of, I need to defend why I, flaked on not going to the Hedwig concert. So I think when he entered the house, he didn't really see anything because he was so fixated on trying to justify his actions.
Which is so selfish, though. Like, he's your best. Okay, he's your best.
And
fucking
again, it's
friend. This is what annoys me. This is what I never want. Like, if any of my friends decide to, especially a lot of the friends that I have known for forever, if any of them decide to flake on me because they have an opportunity with a person that probably won't even get with them, but whatever, then fuck that, man. That's dumb shit. And especially, like, in this case, like, I don't know, man. Like, there's no excuse, honestly. Like, there's nothing that you can say that will make Eric happy other than, like, I'm sorry. In all honesty, like, because had Otis been there, things may have been different. Like, maybe not.
It probably wouldn't have happened.
They would have gone and watched Hedwig and gone home, and then it would have been fine, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. It pisses me off when, and that's another reason why I cried too. It pisses me off when people you've known forever and you're really close to decide to choose or prioritize someone else that they haven't known as long. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I had to do that a lot last year, but I usually prioritize the people I knew longer than I did, and I was closer to, obviously, than I did the people that I had known for, like, maybe a year at that point. And it obviously, like, even to the people that, like, I didn't know as well, to them it obviously hurts them that I didn't go, but, like, it would hurt.
It's not as bad.
It would hurt more for the people that I've known since I was, like, in year 6. You know, like, these people I've been friends with forever. So anyway, I don't know, man. I don't know. It fucks me up, man. There's a lot of. That's just one thing that gets me angry. It's just like choosing to prioritize a person who you don't even really know that well over your best fucking friend. Like it is clear from the start of the season that they're best fucking friends. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had a lot of feelings about that fucking scene, that episode in general.
Yeah, fair enough. And, like, for me, that, like, the last half was very difficult to watch. But it is a very unfortunate reality that
it happens.
If you know,
it's so sad.
You know, it happens, and but it's important to, I guess, acknowledge that there are assholes in the world that will do that. And particularly for, like, in the first half of the show, like, of this episode, I mean, notice how supportive Otis is. Like, he the straight boy is willing to go out in drag to support his friend. And like, you know, that is ideally, if you're the ally of someone in the queer community, you need, like, do as much as you can to be be the best friend
you can be.
Even you can be. Unfortunately, you know, for Otis, I guess, because he's in that weird, like, phase where
he's like 16 and he has hormones, but we've all been 16. We've all had hormones.
Yeah.
And I never have done that as a 16-year-old with hormones. Like, I don't know, man.
Maybe there's something that will come up in the next episode.
It's fucking dumb shit. And I was like 100% on Eric's side when they fought. I mean, I feel like everybody was. Because, like, Otis, man, he shouldn't have fucking... Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, after that, we go into episode 6. So this episode is the flashback panic attack. Amy has a new boyfriend episode.
Oh my god.
Or really, Amy comes into her own.
Oh my god. That is probably the best pun I think I've ever heard come out of your mouth. I think it's the only pun that I've ever heard come out of your mouth.
Oh, there have been many puns.
Okay, well then it's definitely the best one. I have to write that down.
Oh, great.
Jeez.
But yeah.
I love that. I love the line, Amy, when when Otis is like, you need to figure out what you want. And she's like, are you prescribing a wank? I fucking love that line.
I mean, like, what else could he be asking you to do?
It's the greatest, man.
Good
it's the
Lord.
fucking greatest.
This is why, like, Amy, especially after, the whole, cyberbullying episode, she becomes like you realize that, you know, she actually is a good person at heart. She just is so passive and has always been walked over, that she doesn't really get the attention that she needed. And this is kind of her episode, really.
Yeah, I think this is definitely the episode where my opinion of Amy changed from, oh, she's that dumb ditzy, to like, oh, she's actually, a good, she's a good human being, but she's just with the wrong people.
Yeah, with the wrong crowd. Definitely the wrong crowd. So yeah, this we open on the reason why, basically the main reason why Otis has issues around sex in general. And that's because his father used psychology for the wrong reasons. And,
his father fucked his friends.
You know, because I love power, and if I'm in a position of power, and if I'm a man, just fuck every woman that comes through your door. No. Jesus Christ.
I actually find the opening dialogue really weird. She's like, she's saying like she has fantasies about him, and then I was like, when I heard that, I was like, wait, what? And then she's like, and then he's like, oh, we can work through them. I'm like, oh no.
They're going to physically work through this,
not mentally.
No,
not by discussing it.
That is sort of the I guess ugly side to classical psychology that not many people want to talk about, is the fact that psychologists, particularly, well, the field has mostly been dominated by men, classical psychology, is that they will abuse their power as the psychologist.
Like every other man in every other position of power, like ever.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I say that. I mean, not all. Okay, # not all men, but...
Oh, God, here we go.
Just kidding. But no, like...
But
yeah,
it is the reason why there are a lot of trauma associated with psychology.
This is like,
oof, Lord,
this is some like neck level shit. But I kind of understand like Otis, because then he obviously tells his mom, which happens I think later on in the episode.
I think,
or is it the same? Is it the same flashback?
I can't remember if it's in the same montage in the cold open. I don't think it's in the cold open. Maybe it is.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't remember what young Otis says to...
Because there are two distinct flashbacks.
Yeah. The other one is...
One is that starts the panic attack, and one is the cold open.
Yeah. I don't know.
I can't remember exactly.
I feel bad for Otis though, because like... I'm assuming he associates sex with this destructive, this sense of destruction essentially, because it essentially destroyed his family.
It destroyed
his family, right? Like his mum and dad separated, and now he feels alone. What? No. But I get it. Like, would I go that far? Probably not.
Good Lord. But like, Also, notice how much power Otis's dad still has over Jean
With the fucking
in that Skype conversation.
Was so fucked. Yo, how fucked is that? That is messed up. That's insane.
And if you think about it, they're both psychologists.
They are, yes.
They shouldn't have it. They shouldn't have this power imbalance, but because he has such a way with women, he's able to still hold power over her, even though they're divorced, which is very fucked up.
I do be fair. I actually do like the way Remy's portrayed, because
he's supposed to be the complete douchebag.
He's like a slimy motherfucker, man. Like
he's a real cunt.
He like oh man, he's a fucking snake, dude. He's a slimy snake, like sliding into all them areas that shouldn't be slid into right now. No, but legit, like it's weird because you can see how he is so suave, but at the same time, like, again, because we the viewer can see everything.
Yes.
Well, I say we can see everything, but we're shown everything. We can tell that he's a slimy bastard, right? So. Oh man, fucking Remy, man.
Oof.
Fuck him, man. He's so bad. Like, don't fuck him. Don't fuck him. No.
that is the opposite of what you want to do to him.
No.
As it were, leave him abstinent. Or chop his balls.
Turn him into what are they called?
Eunuch? Yes.
Oh my god.
Make him into a eunuch. God. But as we go through this particular episode, Otis, with encouragement from douchebag Remy, decides to take Lily's offer up on having sex.
Oh my god! Yeah, I love this.
And
the payoff.
And if the last indication of how Lily does sex, the last time she did it with Eric, how did that end up? You'd think, well, how could this possibly go with Otis being the straight male, as it were, in this situation? God. Not good.
Oh wait, isn't this the episode where? Oh, I just remembered. This is the episode where Jakob and Jean, I think, finally do it. And then Otis and Lily are about to do it, but then Otis has the panic attack, so Lily has to go downstairs and grab Jean, who brings Jakob up as well. Like, that would have been like. Do you think she would have walked in on them, or nah?
I can't. Chances are, yes.
Anyway,
and I think she was just taking it all in as sort of stimulus information.
Fuck, man. Anyway,
wait, Lord. That panic attack was everything.
I just remembered there was an episode a while ago. Well, not a while ago. It was one of these few episodes where Ola is taking a tour of the
house.
No, of the school.
I think that is 7, in the beginning of 7.
You sure it's the beginning of 7? I thought it was before that. I thought there was a.
Or maybe it's in this episode,
I think it's later. Either this episode or episode 5 that Ola is. I remember that Ola has a tour of the school
because she needs to move. Schools. She needs to move schools. Yeah,
and
no, I think it is this one. I think it's this one. Yeah. It's just, oh boy, that panic attack was something else. Poor Otis.
Times. This is also the episode where Eric just literally his like personality has died, and
he's isolated.
He feels alone, and I can understand that, especially after what happened to him, and then obviously getting into a fight with his best fucking friend, like. Poor form, Otis. Sorry, every time. I have feelings, man. I have feelings. Poor form, Otis. Poor form. He's your best friend, dude. Come on. Dear. Anyway,
Anyway,
Yeah, this man, fucking Remy. I just can't
can't get over it.
Dick, man. Like, why?
Mm.
And not even like a. He's like the. He's like the. Have you seen that article floating around? The 24-year-old has never washed his dick properly. That's what Remy is.
No.
Oh. I haven't actually clicked on the post because I don't want to see that much like dick cheese, but there's a post going around about a guy who's never.
Is it from Reddit?
No, it's a.
Really,
from,
it's
like,
not
one
a
of those,
Reddit story.
Oh, what's that show about like weird like body not deformities but like you know what I'm talking about?
Okay,
It's from one of, it's from that show.
Okay.
And he's like
something bodies.
yeah,
I
he's
can't
like
remember what the full title.
he's like never washed his dick properly, and so he's got a lot of dick cheese.
No.
Apparently, I haven't seen it, so but that's Remy.
Okay.
Remy is that dick.
No.
It's great on the inside,
God.
but shit on the inside. Right, it's great on the looks great on the outside because it's covered in skin, but the inside, ooh, buddy. Don't want to be giving that a fellatio. Jeez.
How did you?
Anyway.
Oh, careful.
Just saying.
Oh, good Lord. We'll try to move on from that.
That was a funny joke. Come on.
Dear Lord.
Anyway.
Not as good as Amy coming into herself.
Yeah, that's that's a good one.
Let's be honest.
That should be the name.
Good Lord.
Anyway.
Anyway, so Eric having been slowly like removing himself, right?
Yeah.
He lashes out one day at school, and then punches Anwar.
That was actually fucking great. Because low key Anwar deserved it. Actually,
Let's
not
be
even
honest,
not
Anwar's
even
a
low
dick.
key, like pretty high key. Anwar deserved it. Like he's been a dick
Yeah,
day one,
you know.
and like,
Yeah.
Fucking man.
What?
I'm trying to remember. Was it this episode or the next episode where Anwar tells Eric that he used the punch to come out to his parents? That's actually really like. I mean, hey. Oh, it was this episode?
No, it is.
Yeah,
it is this episode. It has to
He's
be.
like,
this
if you see an
episode.
angry, and was it an angry
Indian lady. Death staring
you,
you. That's
like,
my mum.
God, that's fucking great. She thinks you're a homophobe. Oh man, that's great. Oh,
Gay
God,
basher.
that's fucking.
That
was a lit line.
that's one way to come out to your parents. Not the best way to come out to your parents.
But I mean, it makes sense because I mean,
yeah.
if you think about it from a cultural perspective, which is something I can provide insight on, dabs.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I don't know about a lot of other people, but within my household, there are quite a few people who are mildly homophobic.
Yes.
It's weird though because like in our legislation and even in our religion, like even in I say our religion, I'm not religious. In Hinduism, we have we have like a third gender and all that kind of stuff, and it's like, what are we doing? Why are we progressive in that field, but not progressive with homosexuality and stuff? Especially
because colonialism.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but like Nepal wasn't even colonized. Like we wrote.
They were heavily influenced by British India.
I guess.
Yeah. There's a lot of like dynamics in.
I just know because I know that in the Hindu religion, we have a third gender. It is mainly for what the West would call what we in the West would refer to as a trans woman. I can't remember the name of the actual thing. I'll figure it out. But yeah, it's it's an official third gender, and it's like recognized by the state, and like, you know, like that. It's really weird because like it's. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's not considered like gay marriage, I guess. Like you know what I mean? Like it's not considered LGBTQ marriage. It's just considered like a normal marriage because it
Heterosexual,
essentially,
marriage, as it were,
by law. Because I don't know. I think it's only been recently that India passed a law about. Anyway, yeah, there's a whole thing. I don't want to get into it because it's going to take way too long to figure it out. It's the high hijras. Hijras are officially recognized as a third gender in countries in India, in the Indian subcontinent, being considered neither male nor female. Well, there you go. So I guess that technically NB. Okay, yeah.
Maybe.
Hijra is a term given to eunuchs, intersex people, and transgender people who are part of the Hijra community in India, in the Indian subcontinent. Okay. The Hijra community in India prefer to call themselves Kinnar or Kinner, referring to the mythological beings that excel at song and dance. They have a pride flag as well. I'm gonna send that to the group chat.
Okay.
And I'm gonna send a link because everyone's gonna be confused. No, that's interesting. I didn't know that like properly. Like I knew that it existed. I didn't know that was the actual definition. Anyway, continuing on. We got sidetracked.
Yes.
I got sidetracked.
What else is there? I guess you also kind of figure out that Eric's dad is also trying to reconnect and stop him from spiraling. And you get a little peek into the thing, but it's explained more in episode 7. It's like the full motivation of why of his actions. What else is there? Adam, for some reason, won that bloody essay writing contest. But we all know Maeve wrote it. Come on.
Yeah, that was...
If you had a look at that paper, you would know that Maeve wrote that paper. Not good old big dick energy. Literal big dick energy, Adam.
Let's be honest, man. He may have a big dick, but he doesn't radiate big dick energy.
Bad big dick
This ain't it, Chief.
energy.
Oh my god.
Ah, dear. What else is there? Oh, yes. Amy and the what was that term for the new boyfriend? Steve?
Oh, it was Top Heavy Steve or something.
Top
Is his name actually Steve? I can't remember.
I believe so.
That's actually great. Yeah.
Yeah, it is Steve.
Oh my
It is
god,
Steve.
yes. I was right.
Top heavy
Yeah, because he
Steve.
has a great upper body, but his bottom half is kind of sad. Well, I mean, it's not
Well,
sad.
Just the legs. Leg day.
He just needs to work on his legs.
Man
He just
doesn't-
needs to work on his legs.
Yes. But he is the
Hold on. Is there a reason why he doesn't work out his legs, or no?
No, I have no idea. It's not explained.
Okay, that's great. That's actually beautiful.
Unless there's a lame
Maybe he's
reason.
just
It's
lazy.
like, there's only one leg he needs to
Sorry,
work
he's
out.
lazy. Let's be honest. Nobody liked leg day.
It's like they only like his upper body.
Oh my god.
Ah, dear. But he is very much the guy that
Amy
asks Amy what she wants. Hence the comment that I made earlier that Amy comes into herself.
Yeah. Wait, was this? Wait, which episode is this again? 6?
6.
It's just.
It is this episode. Yes.
It is this episode. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. because she needs to. She goes and
prescribe a wank.
And,
I love that line. It's the greatest line.
Lord.
Are you prescribing a wank?
Oh dear.
That's the greatest.
What else is there? Here's something. Maeve's brother returns.
Okay, fuck that guy. No, seriously, fuck him. I do not like him at all.
Yeah.
He is a piece of shit.
Yeah, no,
He's the reason why Maeve's, we have Maeve's episode 8. Like, she does not deserve that at all, whatsoever. And I don't know why she took the bullet for him in the end. I kind of understand, but at the same time, I don't think it's a big enough reason to take the bullet for a piece of shit like him. Honestly, I do not like Sean. I vehemently do not like him. I have a intense dislike. I don't. I'm pushing it into a hate almost. I just everything about him is fuck, man. I don't know. And especially because he... I'll talk about it next, in the next... When we talk about episode 7, but, just... He's such a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit, and I don't like it at all. And I don't understand why... Yeah. I still don't understand why Maeve takes the bullet for him. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, that's basically episode 6. Obviously, Jean and Jakob still go fuck around.
Oh my god.
But now you start to see that Maeve, this is the point where Otis and Maeve flip romantically.
Otis is now pursuing Ola.
Ola, but Maeve has moved on.
Yeah, Maeve has moved on from Jackson and can see that she really likes Otis. Oh my goodness.
Oh no. How did this happen?
It's not like this was predicted at the start of the season or anything. Actually, I didn't predict this at the start of the season. But I did see them. I did see Otis and Maeve being together at some point, so it wasn't that big of a shock that she ended up getting feelings for him.
Yeah.
I just didn't see it. I didn't see the. didn't see it happening that that way, essentially. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also, how weird is it that how weird is it that Otis is pursuing Ola while Jean is pursuing Jakob?
I guess, okay, this is the thing, right? Again, psychoanalysis shits and gigs. Like mother, like son.
Yeah, but at the same time,
we enter weird Freudian territory with this.
No. Yeah. I hate it when anime and movies and shows do that. They're it's me and my brother and sister and their brother and sister or some shit, and we're in love, and it's no, that's just weird. You're almost, I don't know, it's just weird, it's not incest, but it feels like incest. That's what. Yeah,
because the relationship, the familial bond is still there.
If Jean and Jakob end up a thing, how weird would it be for Otis? Otis even tells his mom, "Don't go after him." Right? I want to pursue Ola. Oh my fucking god! And that she doesn't take his advice,
but she does it anyway because
sexy times. Oh, sorry. Oh no, pheromones. Pheromones.
Oh dear. Yeah. I guess we can move on to episode 7. So this is
Otis's. This is
no definitely means no, but you're gonna say yes anyway.
Fuck that guy as well. Just take no for an answer, dude. Jesus.
Oh God. You wish one would.
You know what he sounds like? He sounds like a certain person we know.
Does he?
That I feel like I've talked about him a lot last year. I don't want to bring up his name now because I feel like at this point we're both over it. And anyway.
Yes.
Point being, just take no for an answer, dude. Simply put.
Yes, that is the whole thing. But also school dance.
That's not.
And the joys
That's not a
like.
That's not. I mean, we had school dances, sure, but like, I don't feel like that's a very British thing.
This is more of a, for me, right? This looked more like a rave.
Yeah.
This had a very strong rave vibe.
Also, fuck Sean. Fuck Sean for going there.
Oh yeah,
and
no.
selling fucking drugs. Fuck that guy. Like,
Yes.
swear to God, no, don't do. You're literally going there, and you're endangering not just yourself but your sister as well, because we all know that that the principal's a piece of shit and will probably loop her into this anyway, right? So like, you're endangering both of your things, and then she does. I can't remember if she tells him before or after about going for the scholarship. I think it's art.
You're talking about Sean?
Yeah, she tells
Maeve telling Sean.
I think it's
I
after.
think it. No, because he doesn't appear.
Yeah, no, he runs off
in the last episode, so he buggers off.
Fuck you, Sean. Fuck you, Sean.
Yeah.
I just do not like him one bit. He's like the definition of bad family. Like, no.
Yeah.
No. And again, Maeve shouldn't have taken the bullet for him. Like, in the end, like, no.
No, but I feel like there's something that
Maybe
she believes in the inherent good.
she believes in love after love. No, she yeah, I mean,
I think she desperately wants to give him a second chance,
but she's read all those,
and that turned into a third chance and a fourth chance.
It's never gonna be the like. Have I ever told you the definition of insanity? Sorry, that's a quote from a video game.
Oh boy.
No, but it's not going to change anything. That's the thing. I don't know. It's this weird Stockholm syndrome. Like, I think I get like Sean is when I first met Sean, when we first meet Sean, I was like, oh, okay, he doesn't seem that bad. He's okay. But then when he starts dealing drugs at the school disco, where his sister's at, right? Like, it's still scummy to sell drugs to 16-year-olds, right? Anywhere, but especially at the dance where your sister's at, like, that's fucked up, man. Like, just leave, just go. Like, you don't need to be there.
Yeah. And it's like, she warned him that you don't even need to go in, but he does it anyway.
Like, I want to see the principal's face and shit. I'm like, fuck off, cunt. Like, that's not great. Especially, so I only said that after I found out what he was doing, but because he seemed nice up until that point, and I was like, oh no, he's just a dickhead as well. Man, a lot of the people in Maeve's life, like outside of school, are just dicks. Like, straight up. Yeah. I called her. I actually have the thread here now. I called her the smart but tragic character of the three. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. She's just. I just feel bad for Maeve. She's drawn a bad lot.
She did, honestly. Very quick side note: the side story about her landlord and the saga with the boyfriend or husband.
I don't even. Yeah, what the fuck was that? I didn't understand it.
They were going through some sort of relationship problem. And ended up they still came back together. Oh,
that's what you get for that's trailer park love, guys.
Yeah.
Story like he couldn't stay anywhere else, and she probably wanted more money. So I'm just kidding. I don't know, something.
What else is there? Okay, this episode was also, I guess, emotional for me in a way, because before the school dance, actually the whole thing about the school dance, Eric is given the opportunity to actually go. He refuses, but his dad he goes with his family to church, even though he's not particularly religious anymore. And then you have this whole scene while they're in the church, in the service, where it seems like the priest is going to go down the very familiar route of what priests say, and then with a very judgmental lens in front of it. But actually, they welcome him with open arms.
Yeah.
And the whole thing about like, this is still your family, and the door is still open to you. You can come in anytime. That sort of, I guess.
That to me is what religion is about. It's about providing community. It's providing support for each other. And obviously, like, faith is believing in a god or an afterlife obviously brings comfort to some people. That is also a reason to have faith. But I think at the end of the day, like, if faith doesn't unite us, then like what's the point of it, And like, yeah, I don't know. I especially for Christianity, where it preaches love and it preaches acceptance, like if you don't practice what you preach, like then you're dumb. You're basic.
Oh my
Sorry,
gosh.
I had to use it. I had to do it.
Goodness.
But no, seriously, like, and I'm happy that it impacted you that way, because obviously there are too many Christians out there that I know that are a bit not that great when it comes to that kind of stuff. And it's not because, and to be fair for them, it's not because they what's the word? I guess they're just ignorant. Like, that's the main thing. They just don't understand, because they don't really have many friends that are, or they don't really know many people who are queer, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but not all people of faith are dicks. And as you see in this scene, it's really great to see like him being accepted. That's great. Yeah. And can I just say my favorite moment for Eric there's two. My first one is when he meets the guy in the car, and it was like he kind of realizes, oh, like, I can be myself, kind of thing. And then the second one is when he's walking into the dance, and then Adam is like, it's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, and he's like, when are you gonna do it? Huh? Now or later? Come on. And that was like, motherfucker, yes.
He
that was like some good shit. It was insane. But no, like, man, oh, that was great. That was like, and then when they like dance with, like, when Eric and Otis dance, oh, my heart, it's
when they reconcile, it's like
fucking sword, like the fucking. I was like, yes, this is wholesome. This is like this show, like it. What I love about this show is that it not only just shows like relationships that are obviously romantic, but this is like the greatest like platonic relationship that I've ever fucking seen in any fucking show ever. Like, it is. Oh man, I don't know, man. There's just something about platonic relationships, man. They're just great. They're just fucking great, man. And like, and like this show really encapsulates what it's what it's like to be in a platonic relationship whilst you're, from Otis's perspective, that is, whilst you're also like seeking out a romantic one, because obviously you can't prioritize everyone and all that kind of stuff. That being said, Otis still should have chosen fucking Eric over Maeve. Sorry, you can't change my mind on that. They've been friends for fucking ever.
What else is there? I guess after the scene at the dance where the no means no guy attempts to jump off.
He wouldn't have.
I believe
Okay,
it says he jumps off a ledge.
Died. He would have probably broke his legs.
No, he would have been severely injured. But you know,
Oh, when
serious
the principal
enough.
picks up the bag, I didn't like.
Yep. And then
that.
and then the whole thing from there, it's like where Jackson confesses to Maeve that he paid
Yeah, for
Otis to figure
Even
out
though
how
Otis
to,
didn't want the
for
money.
tips.
So, oh yeah, and Otis ends
And
up
it's like
giving
he
it to Maeve, like ages back.
Yeah, but he doesn't tell her
Yeah.
where he got the money from. And it's like the whole thing from there, and then Adam's storyline sort of,
Fucking Adam, man.
you know, he gets into a fight with his dad because I can't remember exactly what
I was
happened.
actually surprised that he actually
Um,
touched his dad. Like, sorry, that sounded weird. He actually like grabbed his dad. Like that was. I was not expecting that.
I think that was his act of
Yeah,
rebellion.
he like snapped. He proper snapped.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's not
Yeah.
his only act of rebellion. Like it grows from there.
No, there are
Yeah.
many acts of rebellion, but I guess directly against his father.
But we'll get there.
We'll get there. And there's also one thing we forgot.
What is it?
Is that throughout I guess from, I think maybe about episode 3, Jean is actually writing a publication
Yeah. No, okay. This is super fucking unethical
about
as
Otis.
well. Like, no. When does does Otis realize? Well, find it again.
I think it's when
I think it's this episode. Or no, it's
it is this episode. Yeah,
God.
because yeah,
God, that's gross. And oh man,
yeah. This is where it's like, I definitely was like, no, Jean, you just crossed that
yeah,
super
Yeah,
unethical
no.
boundary.
bad Jean.
Yeah, even like, look, like the overbearingness and her wanting to
Yeah,
protect,
and not just
is,
protect, but be in,
be heavily
in
involved
Otis's life.
in her son's relationship is just general like parental issues, but using your son as the subject for a
It's
publication
just no.
definitely crosses that ethical boundary about not using family as using family as subjects.
It's just fucking dumb. Oh, and also Otis fucks up with Ola as well, which sucks.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
man. No, actually, to be fair, though, it is half Mavis's fault as well. Maeve's fault. Maeve's fault. That is half Maeve's fault because she says something to Ola. What does she say to Ola? She says, "Oh, he's a virgin" or something, right?
Yeah,
And
something like that.
Ola confronts him about it, and he's like, "Yeah," and then she's like, "Well, I'm a virgin too, so that's fine." And then
Oh no, and then it's the whole thing about how
she's a house cat.
Otis is unattainable. Otis finds
Unattainable.
Maeve
Yeah.
unattainable.
And she's like, "Why do you find me on?" Like, oh man, it was like that's some dumb shit, dude. Like you fucked up, man. You could have just said like literally anything else. Like I don't know. You don't.
Oh my god.
You don't call the person you're on a date with.
The realistic
Not even-
option.
I mean, hey, look, not like that's even worse. To be fair, like the realistic option, I would say more like the person that you're on the date with. You don't. I feel like you should admit to them that you had feelings for that person, but you realize that they're in a relationship. First and foremost, they're in a relationship, so that's not going to work out, right? Either way. And also that you and them are just different. Like, you could literally just say that, because they're not the same person, right? They have similar interests, sure, but they're different people. They're from different homes, different, a lot of things that could make them incompatible. Incompatible. Wow, Ben, that took way too long to say. You don't say that, oh, you're a house cat and she's like a lion. Like, fuck that. That's a dumb thing to say, dude.
Yeah, no. That's a very odd
it makes
analogy
sense
anyway.
in the show,
So
'cause,
yeah, that's true.
And we're criticizing
That's true.
everything. To be fair, like up until this point, I mean, no, the whole show, the show is really well written. Like, because it just Otis is just so fucking naive, and it's great. Because literally most of his problems are spawned out of his naivety. Like, that's literally all it is. Like, his fight with Eric spawned out of him being naive. You know, like choosing Maeve over Eric. I'm still angry. Anyway.
Jesus.
Never forget.
Hashtag never forget. Oh boy. I don't think there's anything else for episode 7, so we'll just get into the season finale. So obviously we're going to close off a lot of story in this episode, which means Maeve takes the blame for bringing drugs into school grounds, which means she has the potential to get kicked out of school. And then Jackson, after having a fight with his mum, is trying to... Yeah, once he realizes that Maeve took the blame, he starts withdrawing. What else is there? We'll get to Adam and Eric's storyline. And then you've got, you know, Jean trying to apologize to Otis for what her fuck up with the whole publication thing. And I think that's pretty much the bare bones of episode 8, because yeah, a lot of stuff is going to get wrapped up.
Also, Otis buying a shit ton of cat food.
Oh, yes.
Makeup
Yes.
and make out, if you know what I mean.
Also, Otis and I guess Lily's storyline as well, because
yeah,
you know, she finds a man that is willing to do it with her, but she can't progress
because she's too tight,
as it were.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Because the hymen hasn't broken.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing, but I mean, it is a thing though. Like, what am I saying? There you go. I learned something that day.
Goodness.
Because I mean, I'd heard of people not being able to progress, because of something like that at that point. Like, I had heard of it, like, but I just didn't really. I guess it never clicked in my brain. That's what it was. I was like, oh, that's what that was. Anyway.
Yes. Oh boy.
What did I don't even think we ever got a conclusion to Lily's storyline for that one. Did we?
We did. Her hymen broke, so
when?
Therefore,
wait, what? When?
She can. When they did the whole, so when her and Otis
when they did the ride down the
on a bike ride down the hill, yeah. So that was her ending.
I didn't even. I must have missed that dialogue.
Didn't even register.
Dialogue that where that happened. I do not remember that happening at all.
Oh my god. Yeah, so they both overcome their fears.
Whilst Otis gets severely hurt. Not severely, but mildly.
Yeah, gets a slight concussion, and she gets a happy ending. And then, obviously, Eric is still in detention for punching Anwar. But now Adam's also... gonna be in detention, and lo and behold,
they go from fighting each other to making out,
fucking each other,
to fucking each other. I honestly like, again, like my reaction of that scene was like, oh, I was right. Like, that was my reaction to that scene. And I was like, I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. You know what I mean?
Run that by me.
I mean, okay, I predicted that he would do something along those lines at the start, but I don't know, like, why Eric? Like, that's my only question, really.
Oh, why Eric?
I guess maybe because...
I think because he was someone that he sort of, took advantage of every day. Not necessarily Anwar, because Anwar is part of the Untouchables. so it's sort of out of bounds
Yeah.
because Adam had a
Amy,
thing with
yeah.
Amy. So there's really only other one
Yeah.
out person. It's cool.
Right.
The thing is, right, with that, I was waiting for it to be like, is he going to do it without Eric's consent, or are we actually going down the, oh, he's actually gay and this is him expressing
Yeah,
that.
it would have been fucked if it was a rape scene. Fuck that, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't think they would have written like that. Like Eric has already had enough, man. If they had written that in, I would have fucking just turned it off. I would have walked out. I would have walked away, man. No, Eric's even after he gets punched in the face, Eric's too much of a how did I describe him in my Twitter thread? I described him as a bright flower. He's too much of a flower to be that trampled on. Honestly, like it's too much trauma. Honestly, like if that had happened, and I would be like, the only way I can see this ending for Eric is either suicide or like him just being a shit person, like turning into an antagonist. Anyway, luckily it's consensual.
Luckily, but I guess it is also very interesting that it took this long to get to this point.
I mean,
but you know,
I guess they did for suspense reasons.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah,
that's
because
true.
he does get shipped off to army camp at military school the next day.
Oh yeah, so I will have thoughts about that, and maybe that storyline might be revisited. In the future. I have a prediction about what they might write for some people in season 2, but we'll finish off this episode first. So
actually, you know what? What if? No, that doesn't make sense to me. I was about to say, like, what if Maeve took the bullet for Otis and not for Sean? But then I remembered that that Mr. Gruff was gonna call the cops on Sean and not on Otis. So she took the bullet for. Yeah. Fucking, why would you do that, Maeve? Like, literally ruined everything. She could have gotten a scholarship. She could have I don't know. There were so many things that she just could have done that would have like. And fuck her scummy brother. Like, you've given him way too many chances. He just comes and goes in your life as he pleases. Like, fuck that shit. No. Yeah. You know, you both got to keep up communication with each other. Ugh, whatever. I just think he's a scummy person. I don't like that.
Fair enough. And then you've got Jackson's like sort of 11th hour bargain.
That doesn't work.
It's like, that doesn't work because Headmaster Groff is a dick. If that wasn't established already,
it's clear that like
who didn't see that
it's
coming.
Clear to see that like after the like fifth or sixth episode, the real antagonist of the show is Mr. Groff and not Adam, because you know, we see why Adam bullies Eric and stuff because of all the stuff that happens at home with his dad. Who also happens to be the principal. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Like, also, can I just say, Ola and Otis, they are so cute together.
and the reaction, like, look at Maeve's reaction.
Yeah.
When she turns up,
she was
top
both
of the stairs,
surprised and like like
sad.
Heartbroken, man. Like, she wanted to be his first kiss, probs, and
it's like, well,
Otis has moved on at this point,
apparently, and that leaves him with his happy ending. Look, that final shot.
Also,
right?
Can I just say, Ola, like, her whole character is just impressive to me, because she's not like, how do I put it? She's not stereotypically a girl, you know what I mean? Like, feminine, but like
feminine,
but you
behavior.
can quite like, it's it's not off-putting, it's not weird, it's like just like really normal, and you're like, yeah, that's great. And I love it. I just love it. It's so good. Everything, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. The way that all the characters are written in this show have just been, like, they've just been really well written, and they integrate well. And there's just, everything is like, you know, this is something that I can see in real life, kind of thing, which I love. I love that.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Oh yeah, and Otis finally masturbates, so he does get his happy ending.
Yeah. Yes. We end on a climax.
Jesus Christ.
We really
I never
do.
want to see Butterfield's O-face ever again. Well, fake O-face.
Well, you know, we have season 2.
Oh my God.
So,
Jesus Christ.
so do you have any predictions for season 2? Because I have a few predictions for season 2.
I think that. I think Maeve will probably. The storyline with Maeve will probably be her trying to find a new school. I think Otis and Ola will probably be the one of the main focuses of season 2. And I think, I actually don't know what will happen with Eric and Adam. I think,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know what will happen with those two because yeah, like what would Adam do? He literally like just started this thing with Eric, and Eric wants to see it through, but he can't because
Yeah, but I guess because Adam also hasn't come out to his parents. So it's sort of
plus we don't know if
weird
Adam is
sort of grey
we don't know if
area.
Adam is gay or bi. Like,
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like
there's just not enough information. Like,
yeah. There is some. We have some idea, but it's not a clear enough picture. So yeah, I think for me with Maeve, we are going to see her her and Jackson are going to be a thing.
Maeve,
I think next season, Maeve and Jackson.
Definitely.
And she will, because if she's not in school, she's not going to earn money. So she's probably going to get kicked out of
the trailer
park. So chances are, second season, she will move in with Jackson, much to the hate of Sophia, Jackson's sporty mum,
because she sees her as a bad influence. Definitely, especially after the
and as someone who will drag her down, drag him down. My bad. With Otis and Ola, that might be a thing.
Might be a thing.
If as like for the longevity of next season,
I honestly,
I
I'll
don't
be
know
honest.
if it
I
will.
actually, now that like I see them together, I actually hope that they stay together because I don't know. I as much as like the romance trash side of me wants to see Otis and Maeve together, I don't think they would be a good fit for each other. Like I see them as more as like good friends, but never as
platonic.
But in a romantic, I mean, I can see like, oh my god, words. Why are words always hard to come by? I can see like, fucking shit, dude. What was I gonna? Oh my god, brain! What are you doing right now? Jesus Christ! Oh my god!
Oh,
I can see. Okay, I can see why people would want Maeve and Otis to get together, and I can understand if the show writers do that because, that's what they set up essentially. But at the same time, I think it would be a good subversion ? Or a flipping. I mean, that is a subversion. What am I saying? A subversion, or a twist. That's what I'm trying to say. Of the trope, if he stays with Ola, because. But here's the thing: they have a way to write Ola and Otis's relationship ending without too much like hurt on each of the characters and on the audience, which is the fact that Jakob and Gina are fucking.
Well, not anymore, because at the end of this
Are you
season,
sure?
like,
No?
yeah, she's fallen for Jakob, but because she said to him in an early episode that I don't want to have a relationship with you because Otis is trying to pursue Ola.
But then they end up having sex.
So he's no, not anymore.
They have sex after that. Yeah.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Even after she does the last call?
She goes inside and they have sex.
Oh, yes. Fuck's sake.
It's weird. I just...
Yeah. Again, we're probably going into weird
it's either going to be like...
with this
Otis
next season.
and Ola will only ever hit kissing. And won't go any further than that, which... Please, I swear to God, if they go any further than that, it's going to be so fucking weird, especially with Gene and Jakob. Like, no. So yeah, they have a way to write the end of that relationship fairly painlessly.
Yeah. Who else is there? Okay,
did you say what your thing for Eric and Adam was? Okay.
Not yet. So
leaving the best for last.
This is what I'm going to predict. So I think...
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously Adam is being shipped off to military school. What that might mean in season 2 is that we get to see him... I would hope... I have a feeling this is the storyline we're going to go down. Is that because the military is still very hypermasculine, he is gonna devolve, and is still gonna actively repress any sort of, his sexuality. He'll be repressing his sexuality for days. So maybe we'll have an episode where he's on, term break, he comes back home. Maybe Eric and Anwar finally get together.
I
but Eric still, but who knows what might happen. But Eric still obviously has feelings for Adam, but we're gonna go down the potentially unsafe, non-consensual route because Adam is just
that repressed.
That repressed that he's gonna hurt Eric. And I think that's the way, like, if we're still gonna have some sort of like therapy component to it from Otis, it's gonna be around
trauma,
maybe trauma, and relationship conflict, particularly if we're going that Ola Jakob
so weird, dude.
thing as well. Maybe if it's not going to be Anwar and Eric, maybe it's going to be Top Heavy Steve, because Top Heavy Steve might be bi.
Wait, what?
Maybe. We don't know. Maybe he's pan.
I'm so confused.
Maybe he just...
Did we ever get any inkling that he's either... I'm so confused.
He's very pretty to just be.
I mean...
Just exclusively be.
I would
straight.
be... I mean, look, I think I would be...
I wouldn't be mad.
I wouldn't be mad. I mean... it's their characters. They can write them they want. I actually do want to see... Yeah. There's one thing I always find weird about TV shows, that most of the bi characters, and like even reflected in real life, most of the bi people that I know are all women. So like, it would be cool to see obviously a bi man on the show, especially on a show like this. Like, come on, guys, step up your game.
And it would be interesting if we write a storyline where we confront the whole thing about bi people can't be bi.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, that would be great.
So that would be great if we got that. And as part of the therapy concept again.
So many like people get shit for that. I've been on Reddit. No, but I've read a few anecdotes on Twitter and on Reddit about people who like they always get like teased and shit for like, oh, not teased. They get told that they can't be bi. Especially like I heard it a lot from there was a post on Facebook that my friend she shared, and she was like, "Yo, fuck people like this." And then like the post was like, "If you're a bi guy, you're just a gay dude in denial." And I'm like, I mean, yeah, but like at the same time, no, because there can be legitimate guys who just like both. Like it's not that hard to get your head around that kind of a concept. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And like it's, I don't know, man. It's dumb shit. There's a lot of like weird shit, and there's a lot of like, I don't know, man. I don't know why I do a lot of reading on this. I don't know why I do. I think I'm just I'm just a curious person. I like to read a lot about just random shit. Dude, I went on a fucking rabbit hole about the history of Nepal like a few months ago, like out of nowhere. Like it started off about Napoleon, and then anyway, yeah, it was weird. Point being, it would be interesting to see them put in a bi male into the show, because that would be really cool. Yeah, done. Also, I would also like to see, if not Eric and Anwar or Adam and Anwar, Adam and Eric,
Adam and Anwar. Oh boy,
OTP of the century, Ooh. Double A battery. Jesus Christ.
Look, you could have a proper 3-person relationship.
Yeah. No, it would be funny to see, not funny. It would be cool to see, them start to integrate like dating apps and stuff. Like doing dating apps.
Yes.
Storyline, because yes. They have smartphones. This ain't the 80s.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, you could go down the whole grinder body image route.
God.
That is
that's
a
one way
I've
Adam
seen.
Expresses it.
Oh, through
Dude, that'd be
grinder,
insane.
I mean, it is a very logical storyline avenue to go down, because it's the whole discreet nature of it. But again, this is you're in the middle of England. The world is small.
That is true.
So chances are someone will bump into you. Maybe we could go down that route. What I would really love is more Amy.
Yeah,
I think.
we need more Amy jokes.
We need more Amy. She is the
you can
comedy relief,
inside.
comic relief.
Are you prescribing
Good
away?
Lord.
All of her lines are just great.
Maybe maybe there's a storyline where she becomes the sex therapist next season.
That would be interesting. But no,
that would be very interesting.
I think next season. You know what? Here's my major prediction for next season. My big major prediction for next season. End of next season, we will definitely see Maeve back. At Moordale.
I think we may not need to wait that long,
because I have a feeling, get an inkling that Jackson's gonna kind of run a riot, and then in turn causing Sophia to run a riot. You know what I mean? Because what did he say? He said like if he was only gonna do the swim if
Maeve was guaranteed to stay at Moordale.
But then obviously that doesn't happen. So he's probably gonna be upset that and so he probably won't swim again for the sports funding, right?
True. Yeah.
I'm just saying, man. There's a few things that but I feel like we'll see Mavis. Mavis. My God, I keep saying Mavis. We'll definitely see Maeve back at Moordale next season as a student.
Definitely. Maybe. Let's. Oh, you know what? There's almost guaranteed to be an episode Remy will show up in person and fuck up the whole dynamic.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Remy.
Yeah. Remy has a new book that comes out. Does a book tour of the town.
Remy.
Comes by. Douchebag Remy's back.
Remy. Oh my god. Remy's gonna ruin Jacob and Jean. You keen? Oh my god, that's the greatest. Oh my god, that's the greatest ship name ever. You keen? Get it? You keen? You keen?
Oh my god.
God, it is like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm very sleepy. Yeah.
Christ alive.
I'm very tired.
But yeah. I guess that is going to be it. Obviously, from our conversation, you, the listener, can obviously tell we love this show.
Amazing. It is so great.
So, obviously, season 2 being officially announced, being officially greenlit, means that we might do another one of these in the future when it comes out. Maybe our predictions will come true.
Hopefully.
Especially some of the more interesting storylines you could go down.
Not the weird shit. I do still want it to be somewhat case by case kind of thing, or case a week thing.
Oh yeah.
Because that is a really
yeah.
I just like that because it gives a good it kind of keeps the episode together. It gives it a focus.
Yeah,
that's what.
Yeah, definitely,
which is good.
Yeah, definitely.
Laurie Nunn, you know what you're doing, man.
Definitely. So yeah, that's going to be it for the sex education spoilercast episodes. We are going to do a few more. I can tell you that there are we've made a few references to different shows in this episode, in these 2 episodes, sorry. So if you pick them up, you'll know which ones we're going to be talking about, potentially, and maybe a few more. I can't say which ones, unless you follow me on social media, my personal account, then you'll have a very good idea of which TV shows we'll be discussing in later episodes of this mini-series. So, Bin, where can people find you if people want to find you?
You can find me on the Twitter sphere at Bins in the Air. Yeah.
Sweet. You can find me basically everywhere as Abangpinoy, ABANGPINOY. So, if you want to follow us on our podcast socials, we are Great Mates Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. Go follow us there. You can find the other socials for the other Great Mates on our podcast socials. Go listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform. That includes iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, those sorts of platforms. Go leave us 5 stars and a review on our iTunes page. We'd love that. And if you have any feedback and if you want to discuss more about sex education and maybe share with us a few of your predictions, go ahead, tweet at us on our personal accounts or on the podcast accounts.
We need to talk about this show more. I feel like this show hasn't been talked about enough. Like, I saw like a few articles and like I didn't see. I barely saw anything on Twitter for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, I
really
think, like when it came out, and I like waited 2 or 3 days, and like usually Twitter would have spoiled it by then. But I saw nothing. It was radio silent, and I saw it on my Netflix. I was like, oh, okay, I might as well watch it since it's there, and I was interested anyway from before. And still, and then like it was like a week after, and like still nothing. Like, I don't know, man. I barely saw any chatter about it. Same with Kingdom Hearts 3. Weirdly, I haven't seen any spoilers for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Maybe the fans are just being really good about
which is so
not being
weird,
dicks and spoiling content,
which
is very weird.
Like, it's like this is suspiciously weird. Like, anyway,
definitely. Anyways, definitely hit us up on our own social accounts or the podcast social if you want to talk to us more about sex education. And if you like I said, have any predictions, feel free to share them with us, and we can go from there. If you really want to see more of this mini-series in the future, do let us know. we might incorporate more miniseries stuff into the main season. Who knows? So yeah, that's going to be it for this. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you on another episode of this miniseries in the rest of summer or on season 3, which is coming out soon. Bye!